two emotional games in a row when you talk about going to Kansas and then playing OU. Any concern with that with the young team?
No, not really. You know, they're all big games at this point. You know, it's not as much about Bedlam as it is as much about we're playing one of the best teams in America, period. And um, you know, and you can't get lost in that fact. So, yeah, it's Bedlam, and you know how much it means to the fans and things like that. But for our basketball team, we just need to focus on trying to figure out how to compete with one of the best teams in America.
When you look back at the Kansas tape, did you see anything that maybe you didn't necessarily realize right after the game?
Yeah, we didn't do a lot of things very well. Looking back, got spread out defensively, which we haven't been doing for some reason. Took got out of sync offensively, but Kansas had a lot to do with that. We give them credit for that, and they did some good things. But yeah, we did some things that were uncharacteristic of what we have been doing. But that happens when you play against good teams and that environment. So we've got to make sure we correct that and stay a little more focused on what we need to do. You know, we spent a lot of time on scouting reports in the other team, and we got away from a little bit of what we needed to do as far as our own system was concerned in that game. But you know, again, give Kansas credit. They did a good job.
Travis, how do you reflect on your recent trips to Norman? Do you feel like you guys have gone down there and played well, or
Some games we've played better than others. Some games we played better than others.
anything further than that? I mean,
We've had some close games and got blown out. We've had a little bit of everything, I guess.
Do you need more than LeBron and Phil on Saturday to get that?
Oh, I mean, we need them more every game. More than that than every game. We're asking other people to step up, and no matter who you're playing, we're going to need a little more than just relying on two guys. And we've been getting it. We've been getting it. We had opportunities even against Kansas. Guys took some good shots that didn't fall, but there's some guys that didn't play as well as they're capable of, and they understand that. They know that. But yeah, you in this league, it's going to take. Any team's going to need more than one or two guys.
I know the offense isn't really designed for Cobbins to score a whole lot, but is he one of those guys that can do it?
Yeah, he's high up on the list of need more points from him. He's doing so much for us defensively and rebounding and blocking shots, and I know he's doing a lot. But yeah, we need him to try to figure out how to get a few more points, and we need to do our job too. And that's one thing I've told the team: we need to do our job of getting the ball. We missed him a couple of times. But he's a guy that can get some points for.
Bringing him up, because I don't think defensive highlights get brought up enough. His block early in that game, that was one of the more sensational blocks you'll see.
Yeah, he's got good timing. Blocking shots isn't hard. He had a couple good block shots, and Anthony Allen had two blocks back to back in that game that really helped. He's another guy we need to get going a little bit more, maybe get some time, but. Yeah, Michael Cobbins is capable of doing it, but we're not putting too much focus on him as other than trying to do a few more things for Newberry and Shine and different guys. Hickey, depends on what night it is, can score points. Yeah, we need a few more guys to step up.
Checking Heald is like a given, but what are some of the things, the problems they present that you really feel you have to address with them on Saturday?
Well, when you look at OU, they got so many weapons. You look at, obviously, Buddy Hield is a phenomenal basketball player. Going to be a great NBA player, just one of the best players in the country. I've watched a lot of film in the last 2 days. He's really good. And then the addition to Thomas has really been big for their basketball team. It gives them another scoring option besides from the three-point line, besides a guard one-on-one. They got Cousins, who's playing the best of his career at this point. But Thomas brings you another big body that can score in a variety of ways, off the dribble, obviously very good around the rim with physicality. And then Spangler, I would say, is probably double the amount of offensive oriented that he was this time last year. I mean, he's really improved his offensive game. Been very impressed watching him play. Being much more aggressive, trying to score. They're just really good. Cousins. You talk about Hield, but Cousins is just as dangerous at times, just as dangerous. Can get on a roll very, very fast. Hill likes to shoot threes and can take out, but Cousins is a very, very good one-on-one player. Very fast, very quick. They do a great job with their spacing. But yeah, their starting five is as good as anybody in the country. And then they're getting good minutes off the bench from a couple of guys that are doing good, but their starting five is really, really good.
Travis, I know 4 games into Big 12, you'd probably say you'd take a few more Big 12 wins, even though 2 in this league are tough to come by. But what do you like about your guys and the way they're playing right now?
Well, I think our guys, they kind of understand who they are to this point, and that doesn't need. And I tell them that doesn't ever need to change. Kind of understand what we, who we are, and things we need to do for us to be successful, and it all starts with just being humble and being overachievers, and we weren't by no stretch and shouldn't be. We talked about the way OU was talked about preseason, or Kansas, or Texas, and we didn't have all these returning players returning. We didn't have any preseason all-conference players, not one on our basketball team, not one. So, and deservedly, that's who we were. We lost players, and everybody else had them returning, and so our team kind of understands that we're going to have to play extra hard, and we're going to have to really listen to the coaches, and they've done that, and understand scouting reports, and we know that, and everybody else knows that Forte and Nash score the ball for us. That we're not hiding that from anybody else. They know that. But then the other guys know that Newberry knows I better do my job. Even though they get shots, we can't. Newberry understands we can't win without him. Hickey understands we can't. I got a job to do. I meet with Hickey almost every single day, make sure he understands it, and he fully gets what he needs to do. Does he always do it? No, but he gets it. And much as any team I've had, this team kind of, I think, gets who they are, understands who they are, and they take a little bit of pride at times that they, of that. But challenges not changing that mentality, not thinking you're good and all that. When you jump in the top 25, as far as I've not talked to our team about it yet. And certainly, other than after the game, Kansas, I told them, I don't know. You guys may have started looking at the papers a little bit too much because we got away from a little bit of what we needed to do. But we've never addressed it. We don't talk about any of that type of stuff with our team ever. Usually would have, but we don't get into, everything about this team is just, you better do this, you better do that, and if you don't, you're going to, it's going to be tough to survive.
I assume different years you have different approaches with what you tell guys, and maybe you've told other teams some of the things that you're talking about having told them this year, but it sounds like it's sunk in different or sunk in well with these guys?
It has to, it has, and they enjoy being around each other. They like that. They enjoy each other. There's no egos on this basketball team. Everybody kind of understands their spot, understands where they're at. That doesn't come easy nowadays at all for any team, at any team. And at this point, we're a little bit different in that, I think, than most teams. To this point, we haven't had any problems as far as guys complaining about minutes, or this guy gets this shot, or why do you tell me I have to go play defense all the time, and you're telling me I'm just no, all right, if that's what you need me to do, I'll try to go do it. And that is a challenge in today's society for sure. So yeah, I think they've kind of bought into that a little bit. They've bought into that. You just hope it doesn't change, because in this league, you don't need any distractions. That's for sure.
Do you